Hi everyone, I'm Miguel Moya and we want to welcome you to this week's roundtable discussion. Alongside me we have Titan Sports TV beat reporter Nathan McHugh, Ross Madsen, and Jason Gerline. Now fellas, you guys were at the game. You have a lot to talk about the game. Let's start with the highs and lows. Jason?
I was going to say it's the defense for me. I mean, we're known as we give up a lot of points in the Big West here, and this game was no different. I mean, the defense came on later in the second half to provide us and give us a chance to get a lead, but the defense remains to be a problem with this team. It takes two to make a thing go right. That's why you got Khalil Ahmad and Trey Coggins combining for 55 points. You know, these two guys, for me, didn't know if they were going to really come through this season, didn't know if they may be like some fool's gold. Proved me wrong for sure, and they played very, very well on Saturday night. If you're going to talk about the bench, I think, well, just looking at Long Beach, how they performed, the Long Beach relied too heavily on the starters, while Fullerton was able to create maybe a little bit of a rotation with Ahmad, Robertson, and Owisika, and that actually keyed their victory because Robertson, even though he fouled out, got 7 rebounds, which was important, and Owisika became a floor presence as soon as he stepped onto the court. So that was really important in the victory on Saturday.
Welcome to today's Roundtable. I'm Jasmine Rennes, and alongside me, our Titan Sports analyst, Jason Gerline.
For the Big West tournament, I think that Fullerton has to just worry about themselves right now, cut down on the turnovers, continue playing that defense that we saw against UCI and Long Beach. You know, it's going to be a tough tournament because, you know, they haven't won at Honda Center before, but, I mean, this is the year that it could change. With Deidre Taylor, you know, it's been kind of rough ever since, you know, we're far from the 2011-2012 season where the Titans went 12-4, and Taylor's finally found his rhythm. I think he's found this group of players, a lot of young players too, like with Ahmed and Allman and Owisika, and also Rowe, of course, but I mean, it brings a bright future for the Titans, and we should probably see Taylor in the future.
Moving on to baseball. The season has started, and the bats are hot. But what are your thoughts on the season so far?
They've won both of their series. The only time they've won a series was that one game against San Diego. They lost. You know, like, they're gonna progress. They're gonna start to learn more about their team, different lineups, and as conference play comes around, will be very competitive, they should be ready.
And talking about finding their rhythm, softball has had a rough start. Why do you guys think they've had such a tough start to begin with?
Just with softball, they're just trying to find themselves a little bit. I mean, like I said with baseball, different lineups, trying different people. Maybe the team's looking younger this year, but you know, they are projected to be #1 in the conference, and when conference play comes around, they're going to look polished.
Before we go, I do want to ask one last question. Describe the women and men's basketball team in one word. I mean, season in one word.
So for both of them, I would say perseverance. You have
Nice.
the Titans who were trying to prove themselves that they're good, and with the women's team, they've fought every single game, even if the outcome hasn't been best for them.
I'm Tyra Majors, and with me are Titan Sports basketball analysts Ross Madsen, Nathan McHugh, and Jason Gerline.
I think it's the lack of Jackson Rowe. I mean, the other bigs in the team try to step up, but when they got in foul trouble, it forced Taylor to have to use a 5-guard lineup that didn't necessarily work too well. I think Kyle Allman Jr., you know, he likes to talk the talk, he likes to walk the walk. This guy loves his highlights, loves getting the praise from everybody, and I think that he'll probably come through next season. They need him to, but I'm excited to see any new highlights he has for us next season.